Hi everyone. Today I'm with a special guest. It's Aldrin, one of our top 8 players in the recent Asian Vibes Championships 2026. So yeah, Aldrin, how are you today? How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling really good. It's really nice to finally get to go to Tactics first and foremost. I think these are one of the few stores that really support vibes. And I saw really nice setup. I mean, you can check the background. They have all the holofoils that that you can imagine, right? So it's really nice to be here, and of course, it's really nice to see you again, Kara.
Yes. And so can we learn more about you? Like how did you get introduced to Vibes and what's your background? Like are you a gamer? Are you a TCG player or yeah. So tell us about yourself, something interesting.
Yeah, sure, no worries. So, actually, when it came to learning the game, I mean, you're the one who taught me, so I'm sure you would know how that happened. But essentially, how I started was I was in a learn to play in the ToyCon in Okada. So I think the event name is ToyCon Prelude. And there, like, I was just like walking around. Actually, I knew about vibes ever since before. But I guess it was just difficult for me to get into the game since I didn't really know anyone who played. And I didn't have cards also. And of course, like thinking about like investing in a game, you don't even know how to play it. It's not really something you would do. But when I got there and like I learned how to play, I was like, okay, this is a game that I can really pick up. And I remember one of the things you were telling me was that there was a tournament coming up. And I guess that's one of the things that really piqued my interest. That okay, maybe I can give this a shot. Admittedly, I don't really have much TCG experience. Honestly, not at all. I was just like a casual for Hearthstone back then, maybe in like the 2015s. But aside from that, I've never really played any physical card games of any sort. So this was my first one, and I just wanted to take the risk, try it out. I guess it's just a matter of experiencing new things in my life. So I guess that's what pushed me to compete, try it out, and go for the prize money too, I guess. So yes.
Yeah, that's a very good story. So do you think that the learn to play is really effective in like having new players try and play the game? Being a learn to play prodigy.
Yes. Well, not really a prodigy, but I guess when it comes to learn to play, I definitely think we need more learn to plays. I think without a learn to play, it just limits the avenues that people can get into the game. Because of course, like we have the online game, but I think it's a bit difficult to start with the online game. In my honest opinion, like of course, like well before all the cards were available, now they're not, and well the online game still needs a bit of fine tuning and adjustment. But with the physical game, I think that you can really get a feel of the game immediately. And you already have like a deck, they'll give you like a free starter deck that really helps you like learn, okay, these are like the techniques, like the tactics. Like for this color, this is the specialty. For this other color, this is the specialty. So I think all of those combined, plus the community aspect as well, no? Learning with other people and like also getting to know people just through the game. I think that's really what drives people to invest in a game. It's what drives people to really pursue it, to really attend events out of their own will, not just because they saw a learn to play on the side, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I think.
Oh, okay, great. But how did you prepare for this event? Like, what did you do? So you said earlier that there's a tournament happening, right? So
Yeah.
how did you have like 2 months to prepare for the Asian Championships? Is that right? Is that
Yeah.
true?
Actually, when I first finished the learn to play, I was really determined to play in the tournament.
Mm.
But of course, I knew that like I had to really know the game. Like I can't just go in there with a starter deck and hope for the best. So essentially, what happened was that I tried to play the online game. But at that time, I tried and I genuinely couldn't figure out how to play. Like I didn't know how to make the decks or anything like that. So I guess I just started asking people how they went about it. And I also went to like physical, I guess like events. So back then the only physical events were literally at Card Pro.
Yeah.
And I remember there were times like of course sometimes there were a lot of people, but there were even times I would go even if like I only had like one or two opponents. But I still wanted to go because I really wanted to do well in the tournament. Like I guess my goal was not to just go there to participate, but to actually place one way or another. But the main thing that really helped me learn the game was the online game. So I think my recommendation is that if anyone wants to try this game seriously, it's really the online game that will help. I think as of this moment, there's a lot of bugs right now. But back then, before they updated with set 3, when it was just up until set 2,
Mm.
I used to play that like all the time. And admittedly, I didn't really get that far in terms of rank, but it taught me a lot about like the player base, what type of decks are popular, like what are their win conditions, and how to play against them using the deck that you chose. So I guess like an example matchup for this is like, because I use red purple mid range in Asian tournaments, and like one thing that's notable or like a notable counter is purple recycler.
Yeah.
So I remember thinking that like, okay, if I face this deck, how do I fight against it? But good thing is that in the online game, you'll find a lot of people playing purple recycler as a counter deck. So in that instance, I learned how to kind of counter it based on how they were countering. I tried purple recycler one time and I got countered by a red purple mid range. And I was like, how's that even possible? Like normally in this matchup I lose immediately. So I mean, just to get into the specifics of it, what you would want to do in a red purple mid range against purple recycler, you don't play anything but relics. You never win vibe check. You wait until they put something down and win vibe check, and then you can start controlling the game already. You can start putting things that give you board presence, allows you to cast spells. Because typically they don't really have a lot of relics in purple recycler. It's mostly like location relics, not really the potion commotion or anything like that. So having potion and inspire gives you that advantage that they don't have. So it's those types of things that you would never really know if you just played physically. Because, well, admittedly, in the current Philippine state, the opportunities are kind of sparse to play. I mean, we have two main stores. It's not really like, for example, Pokemon, where like every store has it, right? But in the online, that's where you can really like train your skills. So, yes.
Actually, I agree with the training online because before when we I started also I played online, so yeah, it really helps. So did you face any purple recycler in the tournament?
Actually, thankfully, no.
No.
I was so happy because I was really worried about that deck. I remember there was a time that I saw someone looking for cards for Purple Recycler, and I knew that someone was gonna play it. So I was really hoping not to play against it. But the most common matchup I had in Asian tournament was actually Bellyacre of some sorts. So whether it was like Bellyacre Colo or like Green Mega Caffeine Bellyacre or even like Bellyacre like the I was playing against a Bellyacre set 3 purple. The Bellyacre with the
Yeah.
Iron Penguin.
Yeah.
Those types of decks, I fought against them a lot. And the other types of decks, not as much. But luckily, I guess I knew that a lot of people were going to play Bellyacre. So I actually like overcompensated. I prepared so many counters against Polo or everything. Like I remember putting in like Hammer Rod. I even added like Tina Who Tears just in case. And of course you have like the basics, right? Like the Relic Return, which is I think like hit the high note.
Yes.
And of course 4 copies of Mount Fuji, I really have to invest in that.
Okay.
So yeah.
Nice. So did you expect that you will get into top eight? Or like what was your expectation for you when you joined? You know, you said you want to push hard, you invest in a deck, right? So
Yes.
what did you expect that you're gonna end up like your ranking?
Honestly, so for context, I was there with my girlfriend, and I remember telling her at the start, like, I have to at least place top 32, just so that I can kind of make my money back. Because of course, like, I invested some money also to make my deck. I mean, my deck wasn't like some random deck, like it was kind of like a meta deck also. So I had to get really expensive cards like Bashful, Popcorn, and all of those things. So I was going for top 32. And of course, as the games went by, I remember during my second game, I already lost against Trax.
Mm.
And I was like, shoot, like, I can't really afford to lose more than this because, like, that was just the second game out of 9. So I felt like I was already, like, somewhat, or like, I lost the lead already, basically.
Mm.
But luckily, like, almost all my games were close. But I managed to edge them out one way or another.
Okay.
So I remember there was this one game, like, I think that really was super close that I think if I lost it, I wouldn't be top 8, but I got really lucky. I remember I was fighting against Peekaboo. Like you might be familiar with Peekaboo.
Yeah.
And we were playing like it was Belly Acre Call against RP mid range, like a very common matchup. And I know Peekaboo knows his deck very well. Actually, naipit ako. He was able to put down Colosseum before I put down something like a Hammer Rod or anything. But I managed to top deck Fuji.
Okay.
And I also managed to counter his Green Mega Penguin also because of that. And because of that, like I was able to turn the game around and win. So I remember that was one of those games that were so close. Like I think like it was like almost luck that I was able to win it. But at the end of the day, like I really didn't expect to reach top 8. Like for me, top 32 was the goal. Just so that I could somewhat make my money back. Because I would tell myself, oh, okay, like if I don't win anything from here, I'd be really sad. Like I'd be pretty disappointed in myself. But yeah, it went really well, so I'm very happy about that.
So you mentioned you lost your second game. So what was your score? Like 1-1, and then when did you get your what was your final score in like
My
in
final score
Swiss?
was 7 wins, 2 losses.
Okay, so when did you get your second loss? Like were you 6-1, 5-1? Do you remember?
I believe I was 4-1 and then I became 4-2. It was against Clark, or basically Terry,
Mm-hmm.
who placed fifth. So actually, like this game was another Bellyaker versus RT mid range. But I made like a very critical error, which made me lose that game. So basically, I did layer lasagna on his Bellyaker, and I forgot he had Herald of the Horizons.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
So when he activated it, like it fizzled my lasagna,
Yeah.
and I ended up like with a card disadvantage. Actually, if I just rodded that lasagna, I think I would have won. But back then, I was thinking that okay, like what if my lasagna is Bellyaker? I could possibly take down 2 cards, forgetting that like he had inspiring plus Hera. So after that turn, I couldn't win because I already put down Bashful as well.
Mm-hmm.
So he just took out one of my penguins. I lost Bashful too, and then like the next turn was impossible already.
Okay.
But afterwards, I won every other game. So
Yeah.
that's
You
7-2.
won like 3 straight, so you got 7-2.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. See, I think I got the similar during the Asian Championships before. I was also at that like I got my second dose like around 3-2, and then won 3 straight to get 6-2 and get the exact top 8.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but still a good run. What else? Anything what you would like to anything that you would like to improve on vibes, or like the community aspect, or anything that you wanted to change if given a chance? Like what do you think vibes is lacking, or anything you would want for vibes?
Well, honestly, for vibes, well, I just hope the online game becomes a bit less buggy. I guess for me, it was a bit frustrating to lose because of bugs. So I think that's like a deterrent for people getting into the game. And of course, more learn to play events, more events in general. I mean, I understand that like card shops, only a few are doing Vibes TCG right now. But hopefully, like as it gains popularity, more card shops will be open to it. I know the TCG scene is very competitive in terms of like you have Pokemon, you have One Piece, like Riftbound, even like other names like Flesh and Blood. All these things like competing for like head space and like store space as well. But I think honestly, like Vibes TCG is a very fun and like I would say like simpler, friendlier game compared to those. And I think that as long as we have more events and stuff like that, maybe during like more convenient times, I think that the community can really grow and flourish. One thing though I would really want is just more tournaments. Because I think the tournament made me so locked in for this. Like normally I'd be chill, but like for the tournament, I remember like the weeks, like the last 2 weeks, I was spending so much time playing the game, like after work and stuff like that, just so that I could do well. And it really pushed me also to buy cards, which I think is like a main revenue source for like card shops, etc. So I think it's all of those things combined that could really like move the community and the card game a next level up.
Yeah, I totally agree. So what made you invest? Like, some of the players they play the starter deck, and they didn't want, so basically your deck, the red purple is just the red with the upgraded version, right? Like some of the key cards are there, like the Peace Out, Natarad, and some of the other stuff. So what made you invest, like finally like buy a deck of your own?
But honestly, like I knew that a starter deck had many disadvantages. And you can try that out in the online game too. When I tried it out in the online game, I knew that like for example green, like as long as the person had like adequate removal, they could easily like just turn the tables. Because I know a lot of cards in green are all in to win the vibe check to, for example, like get the highest penguin. But once you take out the highest penguin, what happens? And even yellow, I think the biggest disadvantage of yellow is of course like when you win the vibe check too much, like you run out of cards.
Yeah.
And then at some point, like the opponent just has the advantage over you. I mean, unless you're playing like yellow Yonga, because that has a lot of drawing potential, right? I guess the reason why I played red purple mid range, I started with Bellyacre when I learned the online game. And the most frustrating deck that I played against was red purple mid range because
Yeah.
they could easily like get card advantage. If for example I use Bellyaker, like I wanted to swap something out, and then they would just use layer lasagna or peace out, like I would immediately lose so many cards, and like I would immediately like fight a losing battle. I felt like it was more flexible given the different situations. And I like the wait and see type approach. Because like essentially like you're waiting for what your opponent plays out and then you counter. Instead of you being the one like leading the
Yeah,
charge.
so you like control instead of the being aggressor, right?
Yes, because I felt like I had, well, okay, this is gonna sound dumb, but when I was playing Bellyaker, I felt like I had less control. Like I really like I felt like if the opponent had the right cards, I couldn't really do much. Especially for example, my Bellyaker gets Fuji'd or like they have enough removal to take out my Bellyaker. Like what do I do, right? Either I take the risk or like maybe I just don't use it at all. But what's the point of the deck without Bellyaker, right?
Yeah.
Like I felt like it was reliant on getting Bellyaker. I mean the advantages are huge. Once you have like a board of Bellyakers just swapping and swapping. But if you can't get to that point, like it's a losing battle. And I just felt like I wasn't confident to always get to that point, which is why I decided on red purple.
Okay. And yeah, final question. How do you plan to prepare for the Worlds? Or are you thinking about it? It's like next year, first quarter, so it's
Yeah,
long time. I mean, long.
it is a long time. You're right. Well, I'm still thinking about it. Definitely it is quite expensive to go. And I don't really think anyone's gonna sponsor me. So I think if I'm gonna go, it's just me, based on my own decision, right? But part of me really wants to go for the experience. You know, I think it's just gonna be fun. Like one of those things that when I grow old, I'll tell my family in the future that, oh, you know, I went abroad to play in a card game, and then I can show pictures. Like this is me playing, and yeah, it just sounds like a fun
It'd
time.
be you're a world championship player, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
I can say that for a time.
you
I
can say that when
participated.
you didn't go. So
Exactly,
you can say
exactly.
it is you need to go to the event.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have the playmat,
Exactly,
the world
exactly.
championship playmat,
And then the promo cards, like, honestly, like, it sounds like a really fun time. I guess I just have to really prepare for it, save up for it, you know, the leaves too. Gotta prepare that as well. And of course, like, if I'm locked in, like, I'm going to play the online game as much as I can. It's the best, absolute best way to learn.
Okay. Okay, final question. Have you been playing like the new decks for set 3? So the Bourbon Penguin right just come out.
Unfortunately, I don't have much experience with it yet. So when they updated the online client, they made it such that you can't really access the cards up until you have them in the online game. Which really limited things, since I didn't have any set 3 cards, obviously. Most of mine were from set 1 or set 2 in the online. And the thing is, I have a bunch of QR codes, but they haven't really implemented that feature yet to scan them.
No, it's implemented.
Oh, shoot, maybe.
So just go to Vibes.game
Yeah.
and go to my account and then you can scan. I'll show you later. If
Okay, okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Maybe I didn't
It's
see the
working.
update. Okay,
It's
okay.
working. It's
Because when
working.
it started, there's still none. But actually, I have like 30 of them. So, like,
Yeah.
I think, but I'm definitely interested. I think the set 3 synergies that I'm looking into, of course, like,
Red.
red, because that won the tournament. But one thing I also tried playing, I remember during ToyCon Saturday, I tried playing the yellow purple. So yellow purple, it's like a mix of like using striker verb, and then you have like the iron penguin, and then you have like other cards as well that like when you ice you get benefits. And then there was this other card also, I think it was like relaxing verb or something, that when you use it for punch, you can return a card. I was return a card from your huddle to your hand.
Oh,
So
it's the relaxing verb is when you use an action, it will draw a card.
okay,
Yeah.
maybe. Okay, okay. Wrong verb. Wrong verb.
Yeah.
Sorry,
What's
sorry.
what's the
It's the one laying down, like 5 cost.
only verb?
No, no, not Tony verb. It's on 5 cost, like 5 vibe, I think, or 6 vibe.
Yellow penguin?
It's a yellow penguin. Nakaiga lang siya. Okay, I don't remember that card, but I just remember the description was that if you use it for punch, you can choose a card that you can return to your hand. So I was thinking, if I just spam this with striker verb, and then I just keep doing it on Iron Penguin, then maybe like I can get so much removal out of it. Because of course, like the Iron Penguin, you will get ice and it will come back, and then I just keep doing it over and over again. That's what I was thinking. And of course, True Form, another version of Striker Verb spell-wise. So those are the two, honestly. And I see some people also playing Belly Acre Purple. I'm just not too sure about it yet, honestly. But I see why it's good, because like you can just ice Iron Penguin and then you can have it back. I know you won't have it back, but like you can get a new penguin out of it, and then you can ice an opponent. It's like immediate card advantage also. So yeah, those types of things basically. I'm looking into it.
Okay. So I think that's it. So thank you, Aldrin, for coming here to
Yeah, of
Tactics.
course, of course.
Hopefully you can attend our events soon. Maybe I'll try to have weekend events.
Yes,
Maybe not here or
weekend.
some other events. But yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I
Thank you and
appreciate that.
congrats again.
Oh yes, thank you so
Qualifier
much.
Worlds.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.